And sports reporter Jaleesa Apps joins us now from Sydney. A very good morning to you, Jaleesa, talking about one of my favourite topics in the world at the moment, Ash Barty. One of the great things about Ash Barty, and I think one of the things that everybody loves, is that she is undoubtedly a champion. She's obviously world #1, but she's just so normal.
Yeah, she is, and I think that's the thing that everyone has loved about her from the start, is that at times we've had players that have perhaps got the public offside, particularly in Australia. Nick Kyrgios, everyone's sort of falling in love with him again because of the wonderful work he's done with the bushfires. But Ash Barty has really just been so level-headed from the start, and just she's wonderful to deal with for the media, and she speaks really well, and she's just so lovable.
Yeah, she is, and fortune favours the brave, doesn't it? I mean, things are just falling into place again for her this year. But talk us through how she's been able to ride this incredible wave of success.
So I think one of the most incredible things about Ash is that the way that she's been so successful is actually not playing tennis for a little while. She took a break for about 18 months when she was a bit younger, and she played cricket. And I think that's the thing that happens to a lot of tennis players and young tennis players, is tennis is different to other sports in that you're travelling so much, you're without your family. It's susceptible to a lot of burnout and becoming, I guess, a bit jaded about the sport. And Ash, she didn't give a reason at the time for why she was taking a break, but she said later she was just sick of it, and her team supported that and her family supported that. She played the Big Bash. She's an incredible cricketer, so she played in the Women's Big Bash, and then when she came back to tennis, she just had this renewed love of it, this renewed passion.
And she's also an incredible golfer, and she's very handy with a football.
She's so talented. She's one of those annoying people that just good at everything.
Good at everything.
Yeah.
Look, talking about champions of yesteryear now, for all of Margaret Court and Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley's triumphs, the woman who really put women's tennis on the map, though, she wasn't Australian.
No, it's Billie Jean King, and she really changed women's tennis forever. The other sports at the moment, I guess, are going through this change in the past 5 years where they're bringing the women's game up in their sports. Tennis has been doing it for 3 decades now, really. And Billie Jean King pioneered that. She was a great tennis player, but she also really wanted to shore up the future of women's tennis. So she founded the WTA, and the vision that Billie Jean King has is what we see of a lot of tennis players today, women's tennis players today. They control their own destiny, they have their own brand, they control their own business, and she is to thank for that. And obviously the turning point, I guess, or the pioneering point was that battle of the sexes.
Yeah, we can't overlook Sam Stosur either, can we, Jaleesa? She broke the drought back in 2011 in New York City. That was incredible at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sam's had not great luck in Australia the past 5 years. She's crashed out in the first round, but we can't overlook that 2011 win against Serena Williams in New York. Like, can you get a tougher opponent in a tougher spot? She's a great ambassador for the game too, that she's a lovely champion off the court.
And talking about Serena Williams there, she was rolled yesterday, so she is out, which means Margaret Court's record of 24 Grand Slams will stand for at least another couple of months till another Grand Slam. Speaking of Margaret Court, how will she be honoured?
Yeah, so obviously this is going to be a little bit more muted than we saw with Rod Laver, and that's because of the views that she's expressed, particularly with same-sex marriage. And tennis and sports in general have to be careful to... They're a business, they need to be inclusive, so it's going to be a little bit more muted celebration, but she still will be honoured, and I'm told by Tennis Australia, spoke to them last night, that it'll be an honour before Monday's game.
Beautiful. Jaleesa, thank you. Still plenty of great tennis to be watching.
So much.
And still to come today.